Good morning, July 5th. It is 27 degrees outside at 10 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to show you my beautiful squash flowers. Gosh, they're gorgeous. Now, Romanescus over there are looking really good. Holy mackerel. Anyway, I think, I better, just for the sake of safety, I will take one of these male flowers and pollinate the girl flower over there. So let's do that now. Ow, they're prickly. So, I mean, I know they've had some wasps and stuff around, but while that female flower is wide open, we're gonna, it's hard to do with one hand, we're gonna pull back all of that and we're just gonna give her a bit of a tickle in there and make sure that we don't have any problems with it rotting off, because they are nice looking Romanescus. There we go. Okay, that's that done. What else have we got in here? I got yellow stuff all over my hands. These are my bags for saving seeds. Okay, start wafting, Allison, because you know you're gonna walk into something. Okay, nothing much on these ones, which is fine. Lots of flowers, just no female fruits yet. Oh, this one's got females. Yeah, we better find a... This one doesn't seem to have... Oh, there's a male flower, but the male flowers aren't open yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. We'll have to wait and see. It's a wait and see kind of thing. Wait and see what happens. Anyway, cut the lawn yesterday. This is our lawn, the beginning of our lawn. Oh, there we go, beginning of our summer lawn. It turns brown and it looks like straw, but we don't worry about it because it comes right back again in September when we get any, and if we get any rain, which we are not getting for a while now. Haven't seen any bunnies in here. This idiot, yes, I am an idiot, and I totally accept that hat. Put her trail cam out here the other day to see if she could catch any rabbits, and there was no bloody disc in it, so it didn't catch much of anything. Anyway, spring onions are doing really good. I'll sow another bunch later on. Got a spider walking up my leg. Sorry, sir. There we go. Must have walked through something. Anyway, let's go see what's going on in the bean department. Getting my shelf put up, or not my shelf, my hangers, but that's my bag of poppies, or at least one of them. And then the potatoes I'm going to put in a big brown bag. Whew, thought I'd come out and water. It's really lovely because the back of our yard is always shaded at this time of night. It's probably about 7 o'clock at night. But I thought I'd come out and look at everything, and it looks like we have beans on Bob. So I'll look at it from this side, and I'll show you on the other side of the fence. We'll probably harvest them tomorrow. Good morning. It is July, I think the 6th. It is 29 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. And although it looks overcast, it's not. It's cooking. But anyway, I thought I'd come out and show you the first harvest of Bob. So the experiment was we were going to grow beans in the same pot, in the same soil, in the same location, with the same feed and the same watering. One bush bean, was it one bush bean or two bush beans? Two bush, one pole, two bush, two poles, one bush. Either way, they were exactly the same. One of them had onions in the pot and the other one didn't. Now, this is the one without the onions. Whoops. This is the one without the onions. This is the one with the onions. And to me, that looks like a way better harvest. Now, it could be any other reason, just temperamental bean pods, who knows? But just goes to show you that when people tell you you can't grow onions with beans, it's not true. So if you've got space and you need room, you shove them onions wherever you feel like it. No pun intended. Have a great day. Bye. Do you prune your beans? I do. And then I remember that I should have put a long sleeve shirt on because I get that horrible itch from bean leaves. But anyway, if I can't find the beans, can't harvest the beans. So the bottom leaves, I've taken quite a few off. Once they've got their flowers and they're set, they don't really need the leaves at the bottom. So anyway, I've pruned quite a bit of them away. And yeah, big changes coming next year. Gerald and I had a big talk about what we wanted to do, what we wanted to see in the yard. So next year will be more, all my blueberries are going to go in a bed. We're going to sacrifice a bed for those. And less frou-frou troublesome things. So anyway, I'll show you that later on in the year. Part of next year's honey-do list. Everything that's in blue ink is getting moved except for the beans. Poor man. Good morning. It is July the 7th and it is actually not too bad. It's only 19 degrees at the moment. It's about 10 o'clock. So wafting, of course. Waft away. So what I'm going to do probably the next day or so is I'm going to top all my tomatoes because they've got loads of fruit on them. They've got lots of trusses, not a lot of fruit that you could see, but I don't want them getting much taller because even Gerald and I can only use so many tomatoes. So I'm just going to top them off and hopefully stop them from getting much bigger. These ones aren't super tall. They're probably about 4 feet or so. These ones on the outsides are quite large, but they're big beefsteaks, so that's okay. And Gerald has agreed that we will move this cage and we're going to put it on top of these 2 beds on the outside wall. So, and he doesn't think it'll be that much work. So if he doesn't think it's that much work, I'm good with it. Anyway, we'll harvest some more poppy heads and bag them up. What's funny is last year, and I'd have to look for where I had them because none of them would have been in this bed, but I had red lilies, pink lilies, and white lilies, and everything's coming back. 90% of them are all coming back this color, so I don't know if they've cross-pollinated and changed color. I don't know. I don't really mind, but they'll all have to be split next year because they are overfilling their pots. So I'll have to split that one, that one there, and split this one here. And then there's another one by the house, which is fine because when I move the crocosmia out of that bed by the house, there'll be lots of room in there for lilies. But all my snapdragons, antirrhinums I think you call them, all of my snapdragons are starting to flower, and my calendula and my cornflowers. Everything's going crazy. Yeah. So beans are looking good. We've had a couple of good harvests off them, so I'm quite happy with those. Yeah. Anyway, see you later. Bye. I just came out to check in the greenhouse and I have peppers. Now I think these are, I don't know where my label went. These are mangoes or banana peppers. I'm not sure which. Find out when we see what color they become. These sweet bonnets still have no peppers on them. They've got flowers, but these ones I'm hoping just to save seed from. Cucumber's gone mental. It's a patio cucumber, like I said. Thank God it's up off the floor, otherwise it would be taking over. Spider. And the little munch peppers are starting to finally get peppers on them. Let's see. There we go. Little munching peppers. Those are orange. These are sweet banana. And they've got lots. Amazing what a day or two will do when you don't come out and look. And then all of a sudden everything's got fruit on it, which is good. Excellent. So, spring onions. Frickin' fungus gnats. All right then. Yeah, so huge list of changes for next year. Just because we're bored, right? Nothing else to do. Whew. Warming up when you work. But just an update on the carrots. These are the seed tape. And they seem to be doing really well. And I interspersed them with some onions. So every once in a while you'll see an onion crook. Like there and there. Yeah, doing really good. And those are the carrots that I sowed before. Yeah, good stuff. Good afternoon. It is July the 8th. It's quite cool out. It is a balmy 27, but that's okay. What I came out to do was I'm doing plotting and planning. So, as I told you in a different portion of the video, this cage is getting moved. I've already started refilling the bed down there with, oops, where am I? With empty soil from the potatoes. So this bed is going to be my potato, oh my God, potatoes on the brain. This bed is going to be my blueberry bed. So I've got 4. I picked up 2 more today, and they're all different varieties, but interbreeding blueberries is better for their production. So I've bought 4 different ones, and they'll all go in here. So what I'm going to do is take the pots that I'm going to put them in. I'm going to dig holes in the pots and then sink those in, because it's easier to manipulate the soil requirements, aka ericaceous compost, in a small pot than it is in an entire bed, and then I can plant other things around those blueberries. So that's the plan for next year, and plans are best done now so that I can change my mind 18 times before the end of the year. So yeah, all good. These are the beans on the fence line that I topped the other day, and as you'll notice, they're bushing out. So if your beans are a little too spindly, just top them off and they'll send side shoots out. Sorry, I got a spider in my hair. What else is new? And so I'm itchy now. Itching like a bug on a fuzzy tree. I must have put a cucumber in here, although I have no idea what kind of cucumber it is, but it does have a flower on it. And I'm not topping the tomatoes yet. What I'm doing is cleaning up stuff. So that's what today's job is. I've got to top all of these delphiniums, even though they've got some flowers still on them. Oh, hello, dragonfly. I'm going to top them all because I've got to put them all upside down in a bag and see if I can collect seeds from them. And what else have we got to do? I've got to harvest some sweet peas. And yeah, just basic tidy up today. And an update on the blueberries. So this is the size of the pots I'm putting them in. The pots that they're going in. And what we're going to do is, I've got a Dremel. I bought myself a Dremel. And what I'll do is I'm just going to I'm not even going to take them out of the pots. I'm just going to cut the bottoms of the pots off when they're ready to go in the ground. And then I can just sink these pots right into the soil. So that's the plan. Best laid plans of mice and men, right? Okay, we are going to drop delphs in the bag. Maybe. Get as many of them as we can from outside the fence. Good thing I have little hands. Okay. Ugh. Have to be careful because there's scratchy things on these, because we have to keep the rats out. We have metal grates on the sides of the compost bins. Yeah, if I don't have enough delphiniums after this, I never will. Okay, on this way. Oops. Sometimes we'll get a second flush from these once you pull all the seed heads off. There we go. Okay. So hopefully these little things dry out and they are absolutely full of seeds. So we shall see. We shall see. Apparently there's loads of spiders on them too. Okay, a bit more seed saving. These are the regular sweet, oops, sorry. These are the regular sweet peas. These are the blue sweet peas, and they've got a really weird flower pot on them, but that's okay. I'll be able to tell the difference. I'll collect more of them after. I finally potted up my asparagus. It's not looking too thrilled at the moment, but it'll be fine. It'll die off again anyway, so that's okay. So these can sit in these pots now until I plant them out again in the spring in the actual asparagus bed. Okay, so what did we do? We put all of our blueberries in bigger pots. Like I said, we're going to cut the bottoms off when we sink them in the ground so I can amend them directly. And I put 3 more potatoes in this pot. These are proper potatoes though, so and we'll just leave that and top it up once it comes up, and we've got some more beans to harvest, and then that's it for the night. It's nice and cool out at the moment. I put another table here and spread out the squashes. Again, next year, less squash, less stress. Less beans, less stress, less things, less stress. But hey, look at the lilies. I mean, if you could see the color from here, they're black. They're so dark. And they smell awesome. Oh. I was just looking at the tomatoes on the vines there. They look really cool. Finally got some tomatoes. I don't know what they are because I'm not in there. But can you spot the mare's tail? One frickin' day and you miss one. Anyway, gotta go and turn this water off. I'm just setting it up for Gerald, popping it on in the morning. And yeah, my Ananas Noirs have got lots of tomatoes too. See, I bottom split my tomatoes quite a bit. There's no stuff on, but yeah, I gotta get that mare's tail out of there tomorrow.